one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it, because you can.
This story is brought to us from MSN News, and this one deals with, a lot of people probably already know this story. I'm probably preaching to the choir here, but I'm going to give you the story anyway because it was done by a local newspaper there in Fort Worth, Texas, and shared on MSN. It's regarding a YouTuber named Carolyn of Fort Worth, who is in the known First Amendment audit community. Now, the news story says a 60-year-old woman narrating live video during which she criticized vehicle towing underway in a parking lot in Fort Worth, Texas, was injured when she was forcibly arrested as she began to argue with police officers on the appropriate location for her to stand. Carolyn Rodriguez, known as Carolyn of Fort Worth, who posts on YouTube recordings of encounters that she and others have with law enforcement officers, mused about the validity of the towing as she walked early Sunday along the perimeter of the parking lot.
Let's see what the sign says. That's great for community relations. That shows the spirit. That's the spirit. Fuck somebody, stay up. That's great for community policing, like they're trying to build up the entertainment center, but now you're going to tow everybody's shit. So you're going to tow this one. These are the Plainview Doctrine on it. That's a private parking lot. How the hell are you going to tow off a private parking lot? Are you allowed to tow off a private parking lot? Are you allowed to tow off a private parking lot? Oh, you're going to ignore me? Okay. Be a dick. You were a dick to me one other night, too. Please register upon parking. Who do they register with? Okay, here it says, here's a sign. Does anybody know how to do these? This is what the sign says. I gotta scratch so let me focus in. Here's what the signs say. The signs say, validated parking. Please register upon parking. Businesses can then validate parking for Folk Street warehouses. Ways to validate.
Now, in the description of her YouTube channel, Rodriguez wrote that her goals are to bring awareness concerning our out-of-control criminal justice system and to educate the public as to what rights they have and how to use them. In August of 2019, I remember this incident, in a case related to another video she made, Rodriguez pleaded guilty in state court to breach of computer security and was sentenced to 1 day in jail and a $2,000 fine. Now, that was the one where she was doing the First Amendment audit, and then she went into the building. I think it was the garage, if I'm not mistaken, or something about transportation with the county. And she went into the building and nobody was in there, and their computer was signed into. So she sits down behind the computer and goes, Carolyn of Fort Worth was here. And does a video about it and then posts it, and the DA used that video to to charge her. Now, in June of 2023, the Tarrant County Criminal District Attorney's Office cited its prosecutorial discretion when it filed a motion to dismiss an interference with public duties case in which Rodriguez was the defendant. So there's another one where they released it last year. They dismissed it. In the first part of her video recording here, Rodriguez is on a sidewalk on Folk Street in the West 7th Bar District. She walks into the lot and approaches at least 3 Fort Worth police officers. When an officer instructs her to move to the other side of the street, Rodriguez declines and asks for an explanation. And when the officer repeats the instruction, he tells Rodriguez that she is under arrest and she should turn around.
That's great community relations too. How do you know if they paid or not, ladies? Hey ladies, hey ladies, hey ladies, hey Kruger. No, I'm not going to before. There's no investigation, there's no nothing.
You can go to the other side of the street, you're going to get arrested. I'm not warning you again.
What are you talking about?
Go to the other side of the street right now.
Why? Wait, tell me why first.
doing an
You're under arrest.
investigation
You're
right
not.
now.
No, 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 I'm not under it. Okay, you go.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
She's bleeding.
Now, as you notice, an officer used force to take Rodriguez into custody. According to the police department, she suffered injuries, as you heard, and was taken to a hospital for evaluation and treatment. She was released and booked into jail on suspicion of interference with public duties, resisting arrest and or detention, evading arrest, and listen to this, false alarm or report. This is why.
Oh, they're gonna ignore me too. Help! Rape! Fire! 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 Look at, that's great community relations too.
Now, a booking photo taken by the Tarrant County Sheriff's Office shows that Rodriguez has a blackened eye and cuts on other parts of her face. So, although she does not appear to know it, Rodriguez was observing the aftermath of a hit-and-run vehicle collision in the area of 1000 Folk Street. A suspected intoxicated driver had crashed into another vehicle and a structure before walking or running from the scene. While officers were conducting their investigation, Rodriguez approached about 3:30 a.m. Now, the use of force is under investigation by the Fort Worth Police Department, as is Carolina Fort Worth. The police department made a statement. We are committed to accountability and transparency in all our operations and will ensure that this investigation is thorough and impartial. That's what they wrote in their statement. The police department did not release the name of the officer who used force to arrest Rodriguez. I think James Freeman might have that information. But the direct encounter began when she walked into the parking lot and addressed the two officers walking away from her. Now, Rodriguez's video had collected more than 60,000 views. It's probably got way more than that now. And over 2,000 comments by Monday evening. That was last night. Many commenters expressed outrage at the arrest and use of force and defended Rodriguez's right to record the officers, calling her a First Amendment auditor. And of course she's got the right to record. Of course she has, the right for all of that. They should have taped it off, first of all, if it was an investigation. It's the first thing you do is, hey, we're tape it off because this is, hit and run investigation or what have you. But also, and I'm going to get a little criticism here, but I'm going to say it, she shouldn't have walked up behind the officers going, ladies, ladies, ladies. She should have just said, hey, what happened here? Can you give me a statement? Anybody tell me something? But that's why I don't go walking up on officers. I let them come to me if we want to talk. If the officers want to talk, they'll come to me and, hey, man, what's up? And we talk. But I don't go walking up to stand back a little bit, push in, and just kind of do my thing and leave. But I don't know. The injury is he took her down kind of rough. Well, he took her down a lot of rough. But I'll let you guys decide who's right and who's wrong here. And I think she definitely made some mistakes, but I think they may have went a little too far as well. That's the story everybody's talking about right now on YouTube.